I think gang and youth violence, I don't need to tell you, is one of our most pressing problems, has been, and will continue to be going forward unless it's addressed. I'm gratified that you acknowledge that this is a problem, that you're committed to helping solve it, and hopefully by me being here, even though it's in the city, I want you to know that I remain committed as well. I want to speak a moment about what we're doing in the Sheriff's Department for gangs, and then I want to talk more importantly about what we're going to do. Since being sworn in as the sheriff a couple of months ago, I've been back to Washington, D.C. twice. I've talked to Senators Boxer, Lundgren, Congressman Lundgren, Congresswoman Matsui, Senators Boxer and Feinstein, the Vice President's staff, the Director of the DOJ, the COPS office. And I talk to them about our pressing needs. I tell them that the #1 problem in our community in Sacramento still facing us is youth and gang violence. I want to keep putting those bugs in their ear, so if we're able to get any help, any funding, any resources from the federal level, that it goes towards these efforts. The other thing I've done is I am undergoing a comprehensive gang strategy for Sacramento County, not only for the suppression and enforcement end that we've traditionally done, the responding to crimes, helping investigate, helping with the prosecution, but what's been long overdue is the intervention side, the pro-action piece, getting into young people's lives so the only time they see us is not when we show up to do something terrible in their lives, that we show up and have at least neutral but hopefully positive interactions with the young people, through the faith-based community, through the community-based organizations, through the families, through the schools, whatever means that we can to get with young people's lives. We don't have to reinvent the wheel, we just simply need to show up and be a part of the solution. So that is undergoing right now. That'll be a long process. But I want to tell you that all of our efforts going forward are going to be collaborative. They're going to be regionally based. It matters not whether crime occurs in the city or the county. Certainly gang members have no respect for arbitrary governmental boundaries, and neither should our enforcements to be able to combat the youth and gang violence. I speak with Chief Brazil on a regular basis, all the other chiefs in the county. We meet on a regular basis, and we have a recurring theme that all of our efforts have to be regionalized. I've talked to the CHP Commissioner Joe Farrow about getting gang officers. I've talked to everybody that can contribute to this solution. You know, no matter, if we don't care about who gets the credit, it's amazing what we're going to be able to accomplish. So I want to assure you that this is not a sheriff's thing, this is not a police thing, this is a community thing, a gang thing. I've said before, you know, to combat gangs, it's going to take a gang, and that gang is going to be law enforcement, it's going to be the community, it's going to be the district attorney, it's going to be every resource that we can muster. Vice Mayor Pennell, I'll ask you a moment to stand up if you're in the community. I'm not going to ask you to stand up, but I'm going to say don't stop standing up. When we leave here tonight, we're going to need you to keep standing up. I'll be the first to admit I cannot do this alone. Chief Brazil cannot do it alone. It requires you. A poignant example is the barbershop shooting where the Monique Nelson tragically got cut down saving her infant son. The only way we are able to solve that crime is by input and tips and cooperation from the community. We might not have ever solved that crime otherwise. That's what it takes. So don't just stand up tonight, but keep standing up. And I promise you, from our end, we'll keep standing up with you. Thank you very much.